gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the A-01 podcast. It is season's greetings time because, well, in about 3-ish days from now of this recording, it's going to be Christmas. And I'm not going to be doing any type of work whatsoever because
I mean,
holidays they only exist for me to not go to work.
that and as a week right after is gonna be New Year's. 2 Wednesdays in a row there'll be no work. And have you heard regard to like the school schedule for many kids? Apparently, they only close off the entire week just because again Christmas is in middle of the week. So apparently, this whole entire week kids have off, which I'm jealous.
Well, they got their youth going for them. Don't worry about it. They'll experience real pain soon. Jokingly.
Speaking of real pain, isn't it about to be tax season for you, Matt?
Oh,
I'm already hyped. It's already been there for me since mid-November.
the storm is approaching. As they say, the storm is approaching.
Like I said, man, I got my energy drinks ready. I got my Celsius energy drinks. I got my coffee brands I gotta buy. I got Lavazo. I got Illy. I'll be ready to go.
Damn boy. Yeah, and I just can't believe it. Yeah, the last A1 podcast of the year. We are heading into 2025. Goddamn. 25 years already into this shit. Like when we started this podcast, it feels like I don't know. Like dang,
we started 8 years ago, so next year will be year number 9 for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
9 years and no one murdered each other. Yeah, consider it a Christmas miracle of its own right.
Well, if you want, I can go get the metal pole.
I mean, at least put me out of misery. Tell me while I watch the sickos on TV. Those great sickos. God.
We are the sickos.
Yeah, God.
Oh God. Yeah. So while we dwell on that, we got a pretty packed show this month because, well, the fall anime season's ending. The winter anime season is a couple of weeks away, so I'll be giving you our thoughts on that stuff. But before we get to all that, and plus a whole bunch of companies buying stock into others, it's time to get your 2D waifu obsessions out of the way because it's VTuber Corner.
Yeah, VTuber Corner. I'm I think I said this last episode that I was grateful there was no Niji drama in November 2024, and they're back at it again, boys. Niji drama alert! Spin that wheel, baby. Who is it this time? It lands on Astroladia. What is it crying for? Spin again. It's being creepy to young girls on the internet and being essentially an incel. Wow. Yeah. It's real bad. Yeah.
Like, it's literally that Shrek me. Can you not cause any drama for 5 minutes? Apparently not.
5 minutes, yeah. Like, back to zero. And the worst part about it is we heard this from the great, the great false ID. Probably God's gift to the anime news world at this point because he just keeps doing it. He was gone for like 2.5 weeks. I'm assuming he doesn't report nothing's on. Maybe he took a vacation. Maybe he got his Robo-Chan waifu figurine and Precious, but he landed on this case. So, Astroladia, from Ninja Sanji English. What more can we say about him? He's a VTuber. He also goes into smaller communities and harass girls. He asks them, "Would you like me to touch you?" Certified, what Kendrick Lamar would say.
God.
Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see what we got going about him. The company, and what makes it special, the company knew about it and was afraid to get to him because they were afraid of this thing called backlash. So he just let him run rampant, being a creepo for how long it made him feel good.
Wait. Hold on. Niji Sanji, the king of backlash, is afraid of more backlash?
Yeah, they were. They were afraid that he would snap back and just quote unquote destroy them. I'm jokingly, but that was actually what he was afraid of. They were actually afraid of him coming back and giving them backlash. I'm not joking. Jesus, yeah, we are living in the brave new world. I'll leave it as that. And what makes it funnier is that through the leaked DMs that false ID and others were able to acquire, they found out they had a history pattern of this, as well as confirmed by one of his former gen mates, Kyo Conru, who is known as Quinn. I'm sorry to use your dead name is Quinn. Good streamer. If you like look, he's a funny Asian guy. If he's not using black slang, he's a nice guy. And it makes me think about him, it's my honest opinion. I felt he was using black slang to get up there because he needed to get an edge. Because the company is the wolves eat themselves, and it's not a good company. Wouldn't recommend working for them. I can't imagine why.
It's
So
just
basically,
it,
he confirmed the reason why they had he had a podcast called the Two Moon Boys, and it ended after 2 episodes because he can confirm that he was just creepy to a point that he can't accuse him of being a certified, what Kendrick says. He said, yeah, this guy was just too weird for me, and I just couldn't, I just didn't trust that. I'm like, which is a fair assessment, dude's creepy. There is no reason not to go any further than that.
He named the podcast Two Moon Boys. That should have been red flag number 1.
Yeah, that's the sad part is that wasn't his name. That wasn't his name. I think it was called Two Moons, but oh god, it's a whole thing. Anywho, that thing squashed. He doesn't work on it ever again. That was it. So that's the lesson that we all learned. Yeah, that's the lesson we all learned. So yeah, and the only reason why he wasn't stopped, which what makes this whole situation, like in my opinion, the craziest I ever seen, was simply because he was afraid of backlash. And then when it happened, Nichi Sanji came out and said that, we're going to do some internal investigation because we have to look into this. About mostly we're concerned is that somebody leaked this information out there. Me. Leaking was the problem, not the fact you have essentially. Okay, let's talk about the Nichi bad actors. You have the top one. Luca
Vox?
Kaneshiro is one of them. Vox is one of them too. But Luca Kaneshiro, creepy incel dude who is psychotic. Let's put it that way. Vox, who just makes, for all intents and purposes, we can admit this. VTuber has make parasocial content. We know this. Let's be honest. We also put out waifus, our oshis, etc. Right?
Right.
But it's like a fine line you don't cross. Vox just keeps that line all the time. That line all the time. To the point that his content is just problematic. For all intents and purposes. It's problematic. Would not recommend. Get away from him. That's just it in a nutshell. The only way I would recommend, he wouldn't stop either. So, I'm surprised his YouTube channel didn't get unironically banned from the face of the earth. I mean this seriously. But we can all be grateful that is the least of their worries compared to Luca Kaneshiro and not Kyo Kano because he's gone. Aster Ladio. And the fact that Niji's response to this is like, oh yeah, we gotta stop the leaking. We'll do an internal investigation. Internal investigation, my ass. Like we're gonna investigate. You're gonna tell him, oh, you know what? Don't be a bad boy on the internet anymore. This guy is what do they call it? A criminal? What do we call it? A criminal? Like, geez, Louise. But yeah, that's the situation we're in. He hasn't streamed since the announcement of the expose that came out from False ID and several of the people going deeper, and that's it. So no graduation happened. They're still selling merch of his name. I guess it's okay to just do that over there because again, the fear of anything is like, wow, he might say bad things about us. You're already here. There's nothing more he can say.
Yeah, just again, Niji, you try to do something, but each and every single moment you pop up is no, you're even going further down to the hole. It's
yeah, the interesting part about it is that to be super honest, it's if you look at the numbers of the numbers of the scene right now, if you look at Hololive, Niji, other independent groups, hell, V Shoujo, I guess, because I know we're not supposed to count V Shoujo as an agency, but let's just fall into first call them agency for this record, yeah. So all their they are competing right now. Their average viewers who they have are competing with indies and third tier corporations, independent corporations. They're not even within the rankings, and it's gotten really bad. For anyone who's in Niji, I recommend you leave. I mean this quite seriously. There is no amount of benefits that can help you grow as a person. You're locked in jail with these people. It's like the Punisher said, I'm not stuck with you, you're stuck here with me. That's how bad that company is.
Yep, exactly. It's the less we talk about more Niji, the better. Honestly, they're just horrible. They're just horrible.
It's just it's purely deplorable, and it's sickening to the fact that I can't believe you can't get your shit together politely, and we also seen, I believe it was reported, their fourth quarter analysis that came out for Q4, which is all right, they got money. Yeah, they have went up in revenue, but Niji EN revenue, if they take away hasn't been mentioned, means they know it's a black stain. There's not much money in it anymore. Even though they allegedly started the EN wave, if you want to be critical about it, they have tanked that. Being first doesn't mean you're the best, okay? You know what? There was a Domino's that moved in my neighborhood. They were the first one here. They're the first one went out of business. That's all I gotta say. Being first does not make you the best.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
New Haven.
New Haven. Shut New Haven. Oh god, I need to go and check. I gotta check them out. Okay, if you're better than Boston Pizza, I'll give you respect. Okay, I had Boston Pizza. It was okay.
Either
Midwest
Pepe's,
pizza is not pizza.
Sally's, or Modern. Take your pick. I would recommend Sally's, but it's going to be quite the line to get in there.
Fair enough. But oh my god though. But yeah, Niji, the sad part is like these are the VTubers I really hope to leave soon. I really mean this. I love Rosemi Lovelock. You can't be there no more. Scholar Uni has like a very strong fan base, and I really feel like that place is only hurting your reputation, especially that she was on the list of leaks that pointed out that this guy was a creepo. So
Yeah. So,
Petra Gurin is a nice one. I know she took a break off, but Petra Gura is like, yeah, it's a Gura. Petra Gurin, yeah, that's another one. But it's just like everyone else in that company is like, man, how are you here? What's going on?
like I'm surprised like the vetting process for like these talents, like to go further. I mean, yes, obviously you won't probably know these bad things until later on, but geez, you would expect at least like they will have some standard of a vetting process,
or at least like wow, this guy is getting us in trouble. Maybe we should fire them. A little fire buyer from here. Like Jesus. It's so bad, and I cannot truly fandom like this company. Like they didn't like stop him because they're afraid of the backlash. You're afraid of a essentially under 25-year-old incel. Are we serious now? Is this life? You're afraid of an under 25-year-old incel. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, you're the boss. You can spin the whole story. You even if you fire him, let's say 2 years later you found out, says, hey man, it was enough is enough, we fired him. Granted, you were late to the party, but people would take that over keeping him around that what we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even worst case scenario, it's like, all right, we kept him around. It wasn't a great idea. We're sorry. Hell, do the South Park joke. We're sorry. We're sorry. I would take that.
Yeah.
I would take that apology over this. But here we are in the year of our Lord.
Exactly. So, yeah, Niji. Yeah, there's not really not much to say. Just like
just hope they don't this time they go to jail. I'm like I don't know how to feel about this at this point. I like when I look at Niji, I can't believe you're still a company, and then you look at like everyone else being normal, and it's like Jesus, man, how are you a company?
Right, like we get it. Companies can be like varying things, but geez, for as a even if you call yourself a bloody company, like dude, the standards of you didn't even make the bar. Honestly, it's
the bar is shot. There was never a bar. It's over. And speaking of bars to get lower in, did you hear about the kid VTuber controversy, Banana?
I have not actually. I have not. Fill me in.
Oh, okay. So, there was this VTuber agency. They're based out of Thailand. They wanted to showcase. They want to make a kid VTuber, an actual child, a VTuber.
Ooh.
Yeah, they want to promote it, but because of backlash, they stopped. And Iron Mouse was like, "Look, man, if that is what they're gonna do, I would leave." Be that way. And I trust Iron Mouse in that time. Like I would leave. Yeah, basically, bar lowered. There we go. So. And the thing is that there is in the VTuber industry, there's a couple of single mother VTubers or single parent VTubers that occasionally showcase their kid, but it comes off randomly. It's not like they plan content. It's not like those family YouTuber vlogs that just exploit children, which is please don't do that. Your kid needs to have a life. Your kid needs to grow up when they get older. They need to do stuff.
Yes, find themselves not be in the internet spotlight, which it is a bad influence.
Yeah, trust me, you don't want to wake up doing allegedly Hollywood magic powder with a wrestling promoter and a Spanish man wearing a mask. Okay, that's gonna ruin your life. That's all I gotta say.
But yeah, like the way you just described it itself is just like, dude,
It's pretty
no,
bad. Yeah.
no. Like this is the thing in regard to like child labor laws or whatever laws it may be, but to put a kid VTuber like
Yeah, and it's like this was like there was no amount of money that's gonna let that slide. Do you understand how like it's just like this is a bad idea. Everyone knows it's a bad idea. You choose it anyway. That's a high level of stupidity that can never be taken back. I just want you to know.
I get it. Like, of course, there's the natural fishing stuff. Okay, there's like you call VTuber as an anime girl, but it could be a freaking ugly bastard guy, or I don't know. You make as an avatar kid VTuber, but it'd be like an overly overage woman or whatever it may be. Like it's just a full grown woman. So on that, okay, sure, you can do that. But again, you want to go for a kid to make on a VTuber, when especially with this kind of like the VTuber sphere. Look, as much as the VTuber sphere is like fairly positive, it also has its downsides. And oh boy, there are so many freaks out there. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean within the fandom.
Trust
I mean
me.
any
Yeah.
fandom. Sure.
Anything, yeah. But that's kind of the problem. That's kind of like its own problem itself, and that kind of creates it. And like the fact, like I said, the fact you thought of it and try to go through with it, and that was like that proves to me like how to put this. My opinion of people who are bad and stupid. This is an actual belief system from your good friend right here. People who are bad or stupid will still do it when told they're bad and will still continue to do it. It is not the fact they failed to do it. The fact they attempted to do it is enough for me to think you're stupid and or a bad person. That's it. The fact if you attempted to steal means that you're a thief because you wanted to do it. It wasn't some kind of like the candy fell in your pocket. You reached out for it. That's all I gotta say.
That you
That's
act on it.
that's just an old,
Yeah.
you know, an old belief system for someone who comes from an immigrant family. Okay, that's about it. But speaking of immigrant changes, is like immigrants, all the people are immigrating to Twitch.tv, right? Did you hear about all these YouTubers like Full Moko's on YouTube now, right? She's on Twitch. Yeah, she went for Twitch YouTube. Apparently, the VTuber Awards, Twitch.tv tweeted a bunch of people, like all the winners, and apparently you could find Fuumoko on Twitch. I mean, Suishe on Twitch.
What? When was
Yeah,
this?
apparently so.
It's just like, yeah, like if you haven't heard already, this past month the VTuber Awards from hosted by Fillion and Shiley happened earlier in the month, and there was definitely an interesting thing how a dynamic between Twitch. And I mean, also, if you probably heard already, the Twitch CEO did actually have a VTuber avatar to actually present one of the awards, which now I wonder if they're gonna
Yeah.
ban themselves because of it, because Twitch has not been kind to VTubers as of late. But we'll talk about it in another time. But overall, the list of the awards is basically is quite interesting to say the least. Like for example, best Zatsudan VTuber, best art VTuber, first person roleplay, music VTuber, tech VTuber. All these things have like many different nominees to such. But there is just an interesting dynamic because, as I said, Hololive, they're probably on YouTube. I mean, only some like I know like few members of Hololive are on Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah,
of rare
I
occasions.
believe like Miko has one, and some of the I think it's on the JP side. Most of them have it is because of the YouTube ban when they do watch-alongs. So they mostly use it for that kind of scenario, but it's used sentimentally. I know Sakura Miko has one. I think Subaru has one.
La
but,
Plus, I know. Last I recall.
La Plus has one too. Yeah.
Yeah. So like those are the ones I could think about at the moment right now. But yeah, like just in case, just a quick rundown. Like for example, again, Zatsudan, best Zatsudan VTuber, Sarah's Fauna, also taking the best roleplay ASMR VTuber, and of course, for best music, we have Hoche Suise as being the best music, as well as the most chaotic VTuber being Gigi, which that's definitely an interesting part. But best art VTuber would be Raw Pantera of Justice, which I'm happy for that. But
Yeah.
again, that's the thing. Like you see Twitch promoting these Hololive VTubers, but again, they're primarily on YouTube. They're not on Twitch. So yeah, and of course, naturally with these with YouTube and Twitch, kind of always butting heads together. Like, no, do not promote across systems. Like, oh yeah, come to Twitch, but we're not on Twitch. We're on YouTube. So what are you doing, Twitch?
what also shows the stupidity about the situation, like, because VTubers have always felt, and that's my own point on Twitch, is that, like, let's be honest, Twitch has not been kind to VTubers, regardless of success. The amount of when it came to censorship of models, TOS, and how they enforce it. And even though I agree with Giga that they always existed, you just choose to enforce it today. Today, the day of my daughter's wedding. Okay, buddy.
It's just
Like
crazy.
that's so it's like there isn't a real consistency what you're doing. You're kind of being, I hate to say this, a putz. I don't support that.
I think that's putting it mildly anyway, Matt, because it's been so long. Like it has been going on for all these years. Like, you see all these. I mean, all these like female to Twitch streamers who are like, again, they're pretty much in bathing suits and all that, and they had to go no problem. But when it comes to VTubers, you go against.
Oh yeah, they had like you can't expose thigh or whatever. It's like, are you serious?
You
like
the thing is not like show hips when I don't know, you're like, for example, if you're in I know one Egyptian VTuber who is originated in Egypt, who has like, again, with hip shakes and all that, again, belly dance and all that, that's part of the culture. But apparently, I don't know, for some reason it's over Twitch, they deem that as like, no, it's sexual nude content. It's like, what? You're gonna go against the culture of for belly dancing and hips and all that?
That's the blow up. It's like, again, like, and this is what I said. If, like, Giga, I agree, Giga. The TOS always exists, but my constant problem is like, you choose to enforce it today. Like, this is so this is how we're going down. And that's the part that pisses me off about it. It's because that's the problem. It's like, if you enforce this equally on everybody consistently all the time, then yeah, I'm okay with that. Sure. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Sure. Like, it's you can't do twerks on whatever, right? I'm fine with that. Sure, that's fair. But it's like, wait, now we've had like people doing all this content, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and then today's the day you decide to enforce it. Oh, that's just that's peachy. I like that. I like it. Today's the day you decide to be a cop. That's great. That's the problem I have.
Yeah, the inconsistency of it all is just absolutely maddening. Like on Twitch or on YouTube, if anything else, it's just
and YouTube has been like, oh god, on a tear. There's people's getting their accounts like deleted on the on the VTuber side of things. It's simply because it's like, for all intents and purposes, we recently did find out that like Twitch, now YouTube like doesn't really have real people checking the cases. So if you get flagged or botted down, it's easy. It's one of the reasons why it's easy for YouTube channel to get flagged, even for like following the rules of content. So it's like, at this point, you're getting flagged simply because like they're not enforcing their own haterade. That's it.
Yeah, it's a complete automated on YouTube. It's just crazy, and like deleting full-on channels. Like, no, like there is no humanity in YouTube on the YouTube system.
Yeah, they've accepted the AI overlords.
Yeah, rarely, if anything else. So yeah, it's just crazy how if you're either on Twitch, on YouTube, they seem to go going after VTubers and not, I don't know, other content creators like outside the VTuber sphere who do the exact same thing but do not punish them. The hypocrisy is just extreme.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. And speaking, going back on Twitch, I mean, the VTuber awards, we got so many winners. I believe that people were chanting Fauna Sweep because she won ASMR and Best Chatting Streams, I believe.
Yep. The Zatsudan. Yeah. I did mention that before. Yeah, along with like many other like HoloLive VTubers that alongside. Like I know also a couple of like, for example, the Rising Star VTubers like Ariel, Hidden Gem, Long Live Raya, Funny's VTuber Chibidoki reclaimed her second year, as well as, of course, naturally we gotta talk about, we're going to V Shoujo's winners, like with surprisingly enough, Best Gamer is actually Centrea, which I'm very happy for, and she was like crying.
Yeah, it wasn't Botan. I'm surprised. Or Corona. Holo Gamer's got to step it up,
I'm proud of Centrea. I'm very happy for her, and of course, naturally, we have of course the most lewdest VTuber sponsored by Fansly, Project Melody, gaining her second year of the year of best lewdest VTuber. So I'm happy for that, and of course, naturally, we got to give props to the VTuber in a league of their own, which is, of course, naturally, it's Iron Mouse, which.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked out already, this is the most interesting thing. Yeah, like Twitch has promoted VTubers, and have you saw that Iron Mouse was actually promoted in Times Square's billboard?
Yeah, I saw it when I was out drinking my coffee. I thought it was in a fever dream, and or the quote unquote the Hollywood magic got me this time. Like, oh no, it's over for me. But nope, it was real. It was real. It was real.
Apparently, like, yeah, it was like once a news station, and like, yeah, I think one of the news stations in Times Square.
CNBC.
Yeah, they showed up like, oh, I was
Yeah.
popping in the background. Like, what? It's like, yeah, it was like, what the heck? As you said, it's a fever dream. So, yeah, seeing VTubers in a news station, damn, that's something. Here's hoping it comes today. I mean, it's not new, but still, it's still something. And of course, naturally, we also like see with other like events, like for example, like the Hololive GTA, the streaming game Lethal Company, and of course,
Yeah,
naturally,
the GTA stream it has so many the GTA stream deserved it. So many clips. There's nothing beating that.
So yeah, all these things regarding to like and of course like rounding up the other list is like Mr. and Mrs. VTuber. Takanashi Kara is Miss VTuber, while Porcelain Maid took over as the Mr. VTuber, which great congratulations both. Rising VTuber organization, Mythos actually won as the Rising VTuber organization. So yeah, props to them, and of course. Best VTuber organization, naturally Hololive, so not surprising there. And of course, rounding up the list is basically the best VTuber of the year, which is, again, as we said earlier, Fuomoko. But again, they're on YouTube, not on Twitch. So it's just kind of erratic. But Fuomoko hasn't announced the win. They are very happy that they got the honor. But again, if you want to go see Fuomoko, come over to YouTube.
Yeah. Like Fuomoko had an amazing year, 1 million within a year. There is no VTuber that I can openly say like, oh yeah, they they earned. This is like you earned that. You did it. Like there is nothing beating that. It's just honestly crazy.
I just like the twins is just doing so much great work. Again, they brought so much happiness. It really is hard to argue against that. So yeah, definitely well deserved.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. So I deeply respect like all the work they did right there, and they're apparently they got that Twitch contract, and I wasn't aware of that. I didn't even get mine yet, but
I wasn't aware.
Like they got that. So does Sway apparently. I didn't know that. And by the way, that wasn't a real Sway. That was a Sway fan account. And I'm like, and that's when I realized we're cooked. This company is it's cooked.
Yeah, Twitch, you done fucked up.
Yeah, I was like, I was looking at myself like, wait. Like, it's like, wait. I was actually losing my mind. I was like, wait a second. Sway's on Twitch? What would I be doing? Like, oh god. Only found a fan account. But yeah, it was a great VTuber Awards. Shout out to everybody who won and participated. And speaking of, since Fauna did won, best ASMR and best Oxidons, her graduation is coming up, man. It's our Fauna vacation is almost over. Like seriously.
Jeez, it's been that's soon already. Days. It feels like yesterday she announced that her graduation, but dang.
Yeah, it's nothing to do. It's a general reason why she's leaving. It's simply because she's the company direction. Now, some people are dooming and glooming about it, but the company direction has been changing for a long time. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what her particular reason for leaving the company is. It's all good. I wish her the best in her future life. You can find her secondary life if you're about that. If you know you know. That's all I gotta say.
Right. So and yeah, again, it's coming right after Chloe's graduation as well. Which so like two.
No, Chloe didn't graduate. She's an affiliate.
Affiliate now. Affiliate. Yeah. Right. Affiliate, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Amelia Watson, because they can still sell Amelia Watson gear. She still get commissions for that. I mean, granted, I'm assuming she has to show up for the show for the
for
songs and concerts and things of that nature.
Yeah, okay. So in the background, they relegating into background. Yeah, Chloe's in the background, but yeah. Thanks for the correction. So yeah, it is like and for another era, because again we lost the Sana. Now we're losing Fauna. Like
Hollow Council Promise. It's just like now it's just Bay, Crony, Moomy, and Iris. That's it.
Man, like I get it. It comes and goes. That is unfortunately the way of VTubing. Like, especially corporate VTubers, like they come and go. Be it like personal problems, health issues, whatever it may be. Yeah, it comes and goes, and it's like to see like fans actually so invested in these idols like Sana and Fauna, and like to see them like unfortunately they're going. Like, I've invested so much money and now they're going. Like, yeah, That's kind of how it is.
No, it's like you don't understand. And if you don't, this is how I don't understand patch the time. 5 years is a lot of time. That's half a decade, guys.
Yeah,
That's a
true,
long
true,
time.
true, true.
That is not something you could just sleep on. That happened.
But yeah, it's definitely a good solid run, if anything else. So yeah, Fauna,
Yeah,
she's just a lovely gal, just an absolute lovely gal.
yeah. I like I said, I wish for success and for the best. I wish that she enjoys whatever she does retirement or come back another way. Hope nothing for the best for her. I mean, I'm seriously. Like I said, differences the company. It all happens. I mean, the company is changing. Hololive is taking much more sponsorships across the board for things they
Yeah,
do.
and apparently one of the ideas that's floating around is that because since they went public on the Japanese stock market, they're just kind of doing it to appease the investors, apparently. So I mean, that's the current theory at the moment, right? Ever since they went public on the Japanese stock market, so it's not
Yeah,
about the talent itself, but just investing, making investors happy. Which I don't know
that's a
about that.
thing. That's a thing. It's a possibility. Like for example, there are certain things investors want. There are certain things investors want. They want their cake and eat it. They want to say no, they don't want to do that. That's what some people want to do. But the idea is that like the idea is that like there's a lot of things going on. Like I would say which I'm going to be watching at least most of it. The Mi Corone uh, New Year celebration is now sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Wow, wow.
They're getting like the girls are getting sponsorships, and
Hey.
because they're getting sponsorships, obviously internally there has to be changes in how the internal systems work or changes in how like they're going to do business because we're no longer the goofy goobers now. We have a brand to represent, the brand.
Legit. Again, yeah, you're right. You're right. Again, with Corona, with Sega, of course. With again, getting all these sponsors from baseball team, from Coca-Cola, from Sprott. Now, yeah, we just gotta get sponsored from one alcohol company, and then now we're talking about it. But again, they make their own sake, so
No, exactly. So it's like I'm naturally assuming with those corporate changes, there's like a lot of tone down for content. A perfect example is I still watch her. I'm a huge fan. Hachima's content is completely different. Hachima now content, which is still gone. We like Hachima. Hachima's content now is completely different from Hachima when she started out. She's no longer doing weird cookout, whatever. She's doing memes or whatever, but you can't do that anymore because you can't be making disgusting combinations of my products. If you get and this won't happen my products. If let's be honest, if you were sponsored by them, you're sponsored by what is that company that makes the very popular ramen? Not Ichiban, right? I think there's someone else.
Nissin.
Nisi, yeah, Nisi. You think you can make like spider cake Nisi content if you're sponsored by us? That's gonna get us in trouble. Please don't do this.
Yeah, like now,
Like that's just the fact of the thing. That's how that's how it is.
Sadly, you gotta go how to like cut out the things that match. Like, oh, okay, let the corporate overload our sponsors and like,
Yeah, our corporate overlords have told us that it's probably a bad idea to do this particular thing. Like that sounds about right.
yes, we need to make money, but dang it, like selling out, it sucks. It
It
sucks.
is what it is. It is what it is from there. So that's like the fauna in a nutshell. Speaking of changes for VTuber artists is like Mori. So Mori recently had a stream, and if you guys are a fan of Mori, she had a good year, streaming wise, music wise. She's kind of in a down thing right now, but she made a huge change in her I would say her catalog. That she's no longer going pure hip hop or rap. We want to call that. She's not going that anymore. She's leaning to like more like alt rock, like Linkin Park X rock rap combinations, like rap fusions kind of stuff. And I think that works more for her because being a hip hop artist is you think it's easy on paper, it's not because look, you're either Kendrick Lamar or you're Miles. Okay, if you don't know who Miles is, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right,
And
right,
no
right.
insult to Miles, he's the goat. But anyway, yeah, you just can't do that.
Yeah, like the changes itself is like Maury, like we love you for all things, and like again, whatever you want to do, by all means, do what you want. That like I'm rooting for you, whatever you want to choose to do in life. That's one thing. You always got my support. And
Kami Oshi's here.
Yeah. Exactly,
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like everyone who just seems to have a problem, like, I mean, this is just speaking in general, going to any VTuber hate, like you get, like, because for people who don't know any better or don't know the situation, it's like just mindlessly hating for reasons. It's like, eh.
Yeah, at this point, it's like a representation of this is a brando how some people act, and the part that bothers me the most about that kind of stuff is that bothers me the most about that. It's like, to me, I think Callie, regardless how I feel about her music, because everyone with music, at least she's earnest in what she wants to make, what she's doing. So I respect that. And like, to me, this is this fact: being a hip hop artist is in fact quite hard. It is
Yes,
quite hard.
yes, yeah.
It is one of the hardest genres, one of the harder genres to get into because it's not just spitting bars. You have to have a unique sound. You have authenticity is really important, and you have to find a flow producers make well. So like, you can have an album like Illmatic and then make something dog crap like Stillmatic. I mean, Stillmatic's not that bad, but that you can make that can happen to you. Like the vibe, that's all it is. But her changing her musical journey doesn't bother me at all. I wish her the best. And so yeah, I wish her. And she's been playing a lot of Path of Exile too lately. But she's playing, she's playing Infernal. I think she's playing not Bloodbane. She's playing Infernal Summoner build. So, shout out to her for doing that.
Also, the crypt build that everyone else is playing.
Yeah, I have a couple of builds I have to change around. Mostly because of let I'll call a spade a spade. Yeah, they changed the by nerfing ice. I can no longer do comets free spill build. So now I have to play Chronomancer ice fireball man. Basically, I literally Zogwaldo you while you're burning and then do skibbity toilet. Okay, that makes sense. That's literally the entire combo. That's my entire combo. Zogwaldo, skibbity toilet, and I win.
Yeah, I gave up in Path of Exile. Now I'm playing Pantheon. So
Rise of the Risen, or Rise of the Jopa. Rise of the Jopa. Actually, that'd be a great game. He should make that to a DLC patch or for April Fool's joke. But no, that's kind of in a nutshell. People need changes, whatever. And speaking of changes, a lot of Hollow-Star fans are just not happy this year about what's happening for the New Year's. And I know that Will is not key in the Hollow-Star versus much because male VTubers gross, icky, jokes.
Sorry, yeah, like
it's a running joke. It's a joke, even they know, like icky, gross. But so Hollow-Stars will not be with the Hololive New Year Dash, and a lot of the fans of Hollow-Stars has spoken up with the company, and they responded, and so did the Hollow-Stars, taking the consideration into account. They didn't ignore it and then say they'd do internal investigation like some companies do, but I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm glad we didn't go that route. So they stated they have plans for 2025, but it is a lot of Hollow-Star fans. Maybe they'll do their own New Year things. They can't something scrounge up, but it is what it is. Just a lot of things didn't fall into place this year. A lot of things didn't fall into place this year.
It's kind of, yeah. Like, granted, I don't really have too much interest, but like, yeah, sadly, plans comes and goes, and yeah, if it doesn't work, it sadly doesn't work. And if you support Hollow-Stars, then yeah, like I don't feel too strongly about it. It's like, okay, you're invested, and sadly, things don't pan out. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, it could be a lot of company issues and things going on. Like one of the cool reasons I think you noticed about Hololive, like why some of the girls have been making a push to live in Japan, simply because of it's not like they're whatever. It's because they want to be close to the studio and have access to run the 3D concerts and things like that. Being closer to Japan does give them access to Japanese scene, being closer to the studio to get more projects done. It's like why Zeta from Hollow-Star's ID moved over. It's one of the core reasons. It's one of the core reasons why what's his face moved over. That Zeta moved over. I believe Pulse is in Japan. Fuomoko is currently in Japan. So it's a whole lot to get that. Crony will move to Japan because she's perfect and she doesn't need to go anywhere. That's what she tells us. But I'm forced to believe that. But yeah, that's pretty much I think every VTuber news in a nutshell. Besides this company called VShojo terminating all their employees. I'm sorry, they're terminating their They terminated their merch guy. That was a Crunchyroll thing, right?
It was, yeah, that was something to say the least. Like, if you've been buying stuff from V Shoujo from like any of the tenants, you probably noticed, like, yeah, it has been months since you probably received any of your orders, and unfortunately, the current company is if anything else, I think it's pretty much the same company that is responsible for Bao's merchandise, which, yeah, even Bao says like you too. Like, so yeah, if you haven't gotten your merch in such a long time, yeah, blame them. They do not. They were slow. They could not meet up with the demand, so therefore they had to switch it out. And basically, I don't know if you probably see like MataraCon streams, like, yeah, having Bricky help out with the orders, and yeah, actually getting them out and properly and in due time instead of like waiting like months ahead. Like, hey, this isn't limited run games. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
that's right. And it's that. Oh God, remember the worst part about that is like I think the only company I think you and I were okay with that was what was that company? Paul Live, because it's directly shipped from Japan, so we're not like
I mean, yeah, that's to be expected. Like, again, halfway across the world, and like, okay, you gotta go for shipping, gotta go through customs. Like, fine, okay, like, and you gotta pay the extra the fees. Like, okay, but wait, that's just how it is. It's the other side of the world. But when you come like order something that's locally, I don't know, California, you expect to actually ship it in probably due time. But nope, like, I don't know, America.
America, yeah, punch that, and it's really bad too. The only thing is that I don't think out of professionalism, and I mean this out of professionalism, I don't think neither V Shoujo or Bao named this company like outright said their
No,
name.
no, they did not disclose the name, which I like fine, respect about that, or like that, but yeah, they did not disclose the name, which okay, fine, respect and all that, but it feels like that is definitely one of those situations like you might want to blast them just because like no.
Yeah. Oh no, I feel the same way. Like I feel like this is a situation that I do believe that they should be blasted for this because this is kind of unacceptable. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, like we're not talking like Uwu Market, which I know like Uwu Market is kind of like a little bit down there, but not as bad as the company in question. So like I know like Fight Ramen also been helping out with like onigiri stuff in time to time, like helping out like yeah, fight like the people who made the Fight Ramen at the other companies like Gamer Subs as well. Sometimes also helping out
Yeah.
shipping in with the merchandising. I mean, heck, I'll get props. Gamer Subs has been very good to me when I order my cups and they ship in due time. So yeah, that's probably even better than the company question. So it's definitely an interesting situation. But yeah, if you are like a VTuber organization or indie VTuber like gonna be making merch of this, yeah, definitely do your research and I don't know, maybe in their inner circles of VTuber community they will disclose the name and yeah, don't collaborate with that said company in question.
Oh no, yeah. The only thing is that to me, I personally want to know the name of that company for my own thing. Because again, I'm not saying I want to make merch or whatever, but it's good for everybody knows. Because there's a chance that, and I mean very politely, that let's say there's a VTuber who is not in the in crowd, and that don't mean as an insult. You're not in the in crowd, and this company rolls up on you. The problem with a lot of people who do scams is that they depend the idea that no one knows. The same thing with like, regardless how you feel about it. Tangent here, the Hawk Tuah coin, I spit on you, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of how many people are intelligent about like crypto is a scam from the team, there's still enough a large part of the population that doesn't know. And by them not knowing, they can take advantage of that. That's the situation.
Yep, they
And
get
not no, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
yeah. Like they basically get grifted, they get lost all their money, they go into depression, they go to debt. Like yeah, like it's that yeah. When I saw that Hokutoa meme coin, like oh, you got stolen out, good. Like of course, Bitcoin like is a very dangerous, risky business, and you want to I don't know invest in a girl who just became a meme overnight, and you want to trust your money to her. I'm
Get that
sorry,
money.
you're a dum dum.
Yeah, and get that money to her. You know what I'm saying? Get that money. She got that money to you. Yeah, but
So yeah, like hopefully, like yeah, at least there will be like a PSA in the inner VTuber circles. Like yeah, they will know this company and not to collaborate with them in regard to merchandise. So yeah, all you VTubers, indies, corpos, whatever it may be, yeah, pay attention, keep your wits about you. Definitely lawyer up when you can, and just yeah, be careful out there. Be careful out there.
yeah, I actually I support that. It just to me it kind of sucks because it's like I know NDA reasons you can't go around telling everybody like, hey, this guy's a thief, like he is, but you can't say that because if you say that, you break NDA. But it's like I wish there's a way they could say it, like say their name backwards, like Miscoflix, like
Yeah.
because it's like it's not cool that the fact that the thing about like call out videos and things like this is scumming really bad. If everyone knows they're bad is put out there, it reduces the chance people get stolen from. Because it happened to Bao, and I don't think Bao, and no offense, I don't think Bao has collabed. I think, oh god, she collabed with Haruka. I think in the past.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
think
She
she.
collaborated with many VTubers. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, VTubers. Yeah, so like she may have told them, but yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's yeah, it's a sad fate. That's all I gotta say. It's a
So
sad
yeah,
sad fate.
yeah, if you go for merchandising, yeah, obviously, do your research. Again, as I said before, do your research, lawyer up, be careful, like get the word of mouth, see what other your friends and family actually talk about it, and yeah, just yeah, keep it wits about you. So no matter what you are, VTuber, corpo, yeah, just keep it wits about you.
Yeah, do the right thing.
Ayo, ayo.
Yep. Oh man, I think that's everything for VTuber Corner. Unless Josh is going to tell us that he supports the greatest VTuber of all time. Let's see. Oh, actually, not Egan Corona. I don't think he's about that life.
Yeah, I don't know any of them, so
Yeah,
Nah.
I only know about names in passing from playing Hollow Cure. So
which is a great game.
Great
it
game, by
is.
the way, but always play, please. Yes.
Yeah, VTuber fan or not, just a game in and of itself. It's awesome. Go play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, last month when we were talking on this podcast, we were talking about Sony possibly buying Kadokawa. Well, here we are, part 2. We have an update. Sony did buy Kadokawa, except not fully. They only bought about 10% of their stock, and they became the company's biggest shareholder. So, yeah, the fears that we all had about them completely taking over Kadokawa and all its subsidiaries basically out the window, at least for now. So instead, they decided to go for the stock options, and they invested about 50 billion yen, which is roughly $319 million, give or take a couple pennies. And they want to essentially help Kadokawa, I guess, do more things that are intellectual properties, such as like live action films. They want to do global television. They want to help co-produce anime. And of course, you knew it was coming, video games, because, from software. So they want to do that. And they also kind of want to help with its global distribution as well. Kadokawa actually already used 20 out of the 50 billion they've received to actually do that. So they're going to be creating, developing, and acquiring new IPs and use the remaining months to enhance the global distribution network that they already have. So, yeah, guys, crisis averted. It's only an investment, but we all know that's just part 1 of the plan.
Yeah, the fact they own a large percentage of the company is kind of yeah, they own a large percentage of the company. That's all I
Well,
can
it's
say
not
about
large. It's
that.
only 10%. So,
Yeah, 10% for today. Oh wait, no, they don't. They invested 10% of. Yeah, they don't do it. Sorry. I was thinking of another company and 40% of the company. I own 10% of the company and 40% of the company, but that's not today.
yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But I don't know. I mean, I'd had the sneaky suspicion that 10% is going to become 20%, 20 is going to become 40, 40 becomes 80, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're Sony Kaba now.
Yeah, Sony
Uh,
Kawa, the greatest company of all time.
that's a bad name, but yeah, yeah, everyone pretty much. I'm pretty much in general consensus with many of
They're
them.
minority shareholder for now. It really depends on how much stocks they issue and how many new people buy into Kodokawa, the company. Which that's all. That's a problem. Yeah, guys, because you need more people to buy. Number go up. Stop the person from buying internally. Yeah, numbers
Yeah.
gotta go up.
Yeah, but Sony wasn't the only one doing some investing. TOHO is getting in on the action as well, because they have just, or at least they haven't yet, but they have announced they plan to acquire 19.7% of Studio Orange, and that is supposed to go into effect on January 17th. So again, not a complete takeover, but this one's practically 20%. I mean, yeah, it's 0.3% off. Might as well just call it 20. And
Yeah.
just like, with the Sony thing with Kadokawa, it kind of sounds pretty much the same. They want to further relationship, and they want to, continue to collaborate on more anime titles like they did in the past, like Land of the Lustrous, Beastars. They also did Trigun Stampede, and they also want to help with global distribution. So, this isn't the first time Toho has actually dug their claws into a company, though, because they have acquired 6% of shares of Comics Wave, which basically is Makoto Shinkai's studio for stuff like Your Name, Weathering with You, Suzume, 5 Years Per Second, etc., etc. And they've also fully acquired G Kids here in the United States, as well as Science Saru, which recently just did Dan Da Dan. So you can thank Toho for that one. But yeah, and it goes back to what you were saying on the last podcast, Matt. It's like all these Japanese companies start just gobbling up other companies and put them under just one big giant umbrella to become a mega company. And it's what we're seeing here with both Sony and now Toho.
Good old Kagetsu strategy. Never it goes away. I mean that seriously. It's like the 80s never left. They just kept doing it over and over and over again. Like, yes. Kagetsu strong. Kagetsu no, please.
Well, I mean, it's Japan. I mean, they're pretty much steeped in history, and they basically live by history. So if something from the 80s worked and they see no reason to change it, they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. They don't look at, hey, you don't have an act from 1988? No, don't think about it. Kagetsu strong. Like, okay, that's where we are.
Yeah, and look where that mentality got them. They got robots. We've got French fries. Actually, we're soon to have robots serving us French fries, because that's kind of the way it's going.
Untested, broken robots. But yeah, robots. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Kagetsu strong. Oh boy.
Yeah, but I mentioned Dan Da Dan from Science Saru, and that's a great segue because, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, the fall anime season kind of ended this week or next week. So it's time to look back at the shows we watched and give our thoughts on them. And ironically, the only one I can give my thoughts on is Dan Da Dan, because every other show that I've watched or am watching is a sequel. Except for one, Whisper Me a Love Song, whose 2 final episodes after 6 months of waiting will be airing on December 28th, which is this upcoming Friday from the date of this recording, because it is, December 21st, I think, today? Something like that. But, yeah, finally. Or it's the 22nd. Yeah, so it's coming out next Saturday. So finally, the final 2 episodes are going to air, and maybe if I actually remember what the story is about, I can do a review finally after half a year of waiting. But yes, Dan Da Dan. Holy shit. So in case you haven't heard, this anime has been pretty popular online. It's only been talked about by a couple of people here and there, around the water cooler, brief conversation, casual speak, all that fun stuff. But yeah, when you watch the first episode, you essentially get an idea of what you're going to get with this show, but you also get blindsided by some of the more darker and dramatic stuff that you get with the show. So essentially, if you haven't watched it, I don't know why you haven't, go do that. But it's about a girl named Momo and a guy named Ken. And Ken believes in UFOs. Momo believes in spirits. They don't believe in each other's occult. And so they challenge each other. He challenges Momo to go to a hospital where UFOs have been sighted. She challenges Ken to go to a tunnel where a spirit has been sighted. And here's where the what the fuck hits the fan. So basically, Momo runs into aliens who want to impregnate her and steal her banana organ. Yes, you read that right. Or you heard that right. Then we have Ken, who meets Turbo Grandma, who wouldn't mind him feeling her tits, and she wants to eat his weenie. Welcome
that
to
is
Dan Da Dan.
true. We're not kidding. That is what happens.
Yeah, because Japan. So essentially, Turbo Granny eats his weenie, possesses Ken. He's able to summon her power, and basically he uses it to rescue Momo. But he can't control it. But thankfully, during the fight, Momo awakens psychic powers so he can use Beetlejuice's invisible hands from ReZero to basically control, objects and whatnot, and she beats the aliens with Ken, and she uses her psychic powers to basically keep Turbo Granny's, powers under control. So without her, he basically just transforms and goes nuts. Of course, that changes. They basically talk the Turbo Granny into a showdown. They beat her, but she ends up becoming stuck inside of a cat doll, and Ken is stuck with her powers. So now he can activate them at will. And then basically the show turns into a hunt over his missing testicles because apparently he's still missing his balls after she ate them. That's basically the show in a nutshell, but we do get more characters like Ira, and we also get the highly annoying character that I absolutely hate, Gigi, at the last 2 episodes. But Ira does have a really touching backstory, and I won't go into it if you haven't seen it to avoid spoilers, but yeah, this show, honestly, despite the weirdness, is worth the hype. It is probably one of the most entertaining shows I have seen. And since Crunchyroll is now including the fall anime shows in the awards, this is pretty much going to sweep the entire category that they're nominated for in March. So, yeah, this was a great show. And with that being said, that's all I've watched, unless you wanted me to be like, hey, more Nakama Power and Fairy Tail. Hey, it's Tower of God season 2. Hey, look, Subaru hates himself for 8 episodes, and oh wait, the show's gone. They stopped in the middle of the season. They won't be back for a while. But yeah, outside of that, just sequels for me. But yeah, Dandadan, highly recommended. Great show. If you can get through the weirdness, I think you're gonna love it. So, Will, what have you been watching this season, and how have you liked it? Have you hated it? Have you seen Dandadan? Seen something else? Tell us what you think.
Sadly, I haven't actually watching too many since I got my new job. Sadly enough, or even during the weekend, you set some time to actually watch some anime. I mean, the only thing that I actually have been watching was indeed like the continuation of Bleach, the thousand year old blood war. So, yeah, that's a mouthful. But yeah, I'm just watching Bleach at the moment right now, and yeah, just continuing where they left off. And yeah, definitely fills up a lot more things of that was not shown in the manga. So yeah, Pierre films have been really, like, I don't know, in my opinion, definitely been really going at it regarding to animation. Like ever since the voice actors for Ichigo and Ishita talked about it back in New York Comic Con. Like, yeah, Pierre Films is just basically doing it like a movie, and animation wise and combat wise, they've been doing pretty darn good. So it's just how it is. We're going to Bleach. Like, I love it or hate it. You got to give props to like Bleach, just how much they have been like improved. Like, yeah, 9 years since then, since like its original first showing. So yeah, it's improved since. I'm enjoying Bleach. That's what I've been currently most like watching, if anything at all. Like other shows, I really do want to watch. I really need to set time for. I want to watch the Mama 1.5 reboot, because I watched it Ure Yatsuda. I watched it not Ure Yatsuda, like the other dang, what was her artist name? Shit. That yeah, yeah.
Wait, read the show again? You mean that's Rumiko Takahashi?
Rama, yeah, Rumiko Takahashi, yeah, like Rama 1.5, basically her classic shows that was like back in the 90s, now rebooted here. Yeah, dang it, man, I'm losing it.
Masen Eco, Ramen 1/2, Mermaid Saga, I think was made to an OVA. If you want to talk old school, you just ask me. I'm the old guy. I am the second old guy here.
Yeah,
second quotation mark. Yeah.
But I definitely did enjoy the Urusei Yatsura reboot fairly much on the last time, and I watched the entire thing of 2 seasons. So I really want to watch Rama 1.5, but unfortunately didn't have time to check to see it. And I know they, of course, naturally we also have like the 5th season of Danmachi, which is the Goddess of Fertility arc, which I've heard things is like really ramping up in that arc. But again, don't have a chance to. And other like minor shows that I actually watch is like my surviving in another world as a loner, which it's stupid fun. It's a stupid fun show. It's nothing serious, but it's fine. I mean, I only might just watch a little bit just because, again, loner life, who doesn't get isekai? I mean, sure, interesting concept. And a couple other shows that, unfortunately, I just really don't have much time for. I know about like like what other shows that barely watched it, if anything at all. Like a couple other shows I really do want to watch, but unfortunately, don't have the time. Yeah. Like even I mentioned, when, like back in during the season, Yakuza Fiance, I didn't have time to watch that. I only watched like 2-3 episodes, and that's it. Which I know I've heard like things have just been going good, but sadly, work life begets you, and maybe I should invest like once weekend on a Sunday or something to watch some animes, if anything else.
My bitch, I work 3 jobs and I still stay on top of anime. You got no excuse.
all right, then, King. All right, King.
Worse than me. I don't even believe in sleep, and I outplayed half of you people. Like half of you, like, oh man, like some person on website. I can't. I guess I only played 2 games this year. Me over 268 gigs of gaming, played a bunch of stuff. Like, come on, just give up sleep. You don't need it that much.
Fine.
Honestly, dude, it's all about time management. Like, look, I work an 8 to 5 job Monday through Friday. I do Outerhaven on nights and weekends. I've written 31 light novels as an author. I'm currently playing 5 games at the same time, and I'm still watching anime. Time management, people, it can be done.
No, I'm not even joking. Yeah, I just don't watch a lot of anime because I replace anime with just reading a bunch of manga. That is the only sin I have. It's like, because right now I just finished the final season of Beastars like today, so I don't know if that counts as like watching anime this season.
Nah, I mean, I think it's fair for me.
If that counts, then that's it. Yeah.
I mean, for me,
I've been trying to crush through the entire every Tokyo Revengers. I'm like 4 volumes behind and 2 volumes of the side story. And then I found out a Kenwa Kai, the new series coming out. I'm like, I hate you. I hate you.
Fair. All right, good points, gentlemen. Good points. I mean,
just sacrifice sleep. Yeah.
I mean, if Tokyo Revengers is being re-released in full color, are you truly behind since it's actually releasing again?
Oh my god!
Are you ahead of the curve?
I'm ahead of that curve. Oh my god! I think that's still to this day. Like, I hate you, 7 Seas. I deeply hate you. I deeply hate you.
Fair points. Yeah, you're right, King. You're right, Josh, dear host. It's all about time management. I probably should definitely cut away from the Marvel Rivals just one day and actually just.
Whoa! You play Rivals? You can play. I actually play Rivals too. Hit me up, man. I'm the best. I am the best support player you'll ever need. I'm not even joking about that part.
It has taken over my life, so yeah, that's pretty much
good.
My only.
I threw some money in that game. That's how good it is, and I don't throw money at things at all.
So that's my only excuse that Marvel has taken over my life. But yeah, I definitely need. And of course, naturally, I also bought many Blu-rays, DVDs from the Sentai Filmworks sale, which I actually, even actually got I posted on the chat, Great Teacher Onizuka Blu-ray I bought. So I kind of want to check that out again because I don't know.
Man, this between you and me, I want Onizuka to be. I can't wait till they get the right to reprint the manga. That's what I want. But I have to keep waiting until that. Yeah, that's for me.
I mean, the only, if anything else, I'll wrap it up. But basically, the season has been good, and it's fine if once I have the chance to actually invest myself, as well as some gaming and all that. But again, I have no excuse compared to Josh here. But the only reason I'm kind of checking out some other things right now because we have another event that will show up for the next year's anime, which a lot of sequels like Akaneko Season 2, Rize Blood, Rize from Chainsaw Man, all these different Solo Leveling Season 2, all these things got announced for next year, which I'm kind of excited for. Heck, even Spy Family Season 3 is coming out in the fall season, so there's a lot of things popping up getting ready for next year. So yeah, but overall this season, it's good. It's good once I have a chance to actually watch it.
It's good, says the man who didn't watch any of it.
Yeah,
it's trust me, it's good.
I mean, again, I get it.
It's good. Yeah, it's
I get it.
It's like a review somebody else does. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Dandadan is that show of the season. Everyone has to watch it. Heck, even the dubbing, Alex Lay and everyone, the cast is I'm surprised they even did a tribute to freaking Slam Dunk's ending song. Yeah, opening song. Which, dang, Slam Dunk. Sheesh, great tribute.
All right, Matt. You probably said over a Bash and Will. I might have missed it, but did you watch anything this season?
Yeah, that's it. Just I think unironically, I managed to watch the final season of Beastars, and that came a couple of days ago. So I did watch an anime, guys. I did it. I did it. I did not watch Dandadan because I'm semi-reading that, so that's it. So yeah, that's it. And someday, oh god, what was that? I keep forgetting. I will probably watch Rama Remaster soon, but I already read the manga 4 years ago. I'm good.
Right. I remember the old classic show on VHS tape. I love that. Yeah.
All right. So if that's what we've watched, now it's time to look forward to what we're going to watch. And that is obviously the winter anime season, which again starts roughly the first week of January. So, AKA next week. So, yeah, there's actually 6 shows I am picking up. The first one is going to be Honey Lemon Soda. This one's probably predictable because I've been reviewing the manga. And yes, I've had this, you know, this thing with watching anime that I'm reading a manga for because I feel like it's kind of like a repeat, but we'll see. I just kind of want to see how they adapt it and how it goes. Maybe I'll drop it just because I don't like watching repeats, but we'll see. If the adaptation is really good, I'll probably stick with it. But I already know the manga's good because I'm enjoying it. The next one, oh Christ, this has got a long ass title. Why Japan? All right, I'll be picking up Okinawa de ski ni nata koga hogen sugite sura sugiru. Gesundheit. But yeah, this one's about a transfer student in Okinawa who develops a crush on a girl named Kian-san, but she doesn't understand her dialect. So basically, it's kind of like a cutesy little romance thing where they kind of like discover each other through, I guess, learning dialect or something. Yeah. Obviously, I'm picking up Solo Leveling Season 2. That goes without saying. Also picking up Zenshu because this looks pretty interesting. Basically, it's about a high school girl named Natsuko who graduates and wants to start her career as an animator. So, kind of like the animation version of Bakuman almost. So, kind of want to check that out and see how they do that. Also picking up Dose Koiste Shimunda. Yeah, I gotta take Japanese lessons. So basically, it's about a guy who has the worst 17th birthday ever. Basically, she's actually a girl named has the worst 17th birthday ever. Sorry, she's missing her chance to get close to the older students she admires, and her parents don't even remember that it's her birthday. Ouch. Worst of all, there is a new and unknown infectious disease making the rounds, so all her club tournaments and schools have been canceled. So, yay, Pandemic the anime. And yeah, actually, it kind of seems pretty cool because it's got like a romance thing in there, but it seems like it's got tragedy written all over it, and I'm all for tragic romance. And lastly, I have not read this series, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, so I am going to check out the anime. I am picking up Ubo Blot. So it
Oh,
actually
Ube
seems
Blood. That's a
Oh
good. That's a
yeah.
great manga. That's a great manga.
yeah, I heard a lot of good stuff, but by the time I heard about it, there's a lot of volumes out, and I didn't want to play catch up. Then I heard it got an anime. I'm like, you know what? I'll just take the shortcut. I'll watch the anime, and if it's as good as people say it is, I should enjoy it.
It's basically think of it as like the betrayal arc. Think of it as something similar to like Guts. Again, Überblatt is basically pure evil. That's a German word for it if I'm paraphrasing it. But yeah, the story itself of Überblatt is like very very reminiscent of Berserk, but also like that plots that's like very, I mean, not typical, but also what you expect from a revenge plot.
Yeah, I mean that's what I also heard about it from the feedbacks. It's if you liked Berserk, you'll like this. So I'm like, yeah, I love Berserk, and it just looks a little more shonen because the main character looks like a little elf boy, but whatever. He wields a black sword, and we all know that Guts wields a black sword.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, those are the shows I am picking up as always. Like I did with Dandadan, I didn't have that on my watch list, and I just heard some good stuff and I picked it up. So if there's other stuff that happens to be good and the internet's like, oh my god, this is overhyped, I'll probably give it a shot. But those are the 6 I'm targeting right now. So, Will, if you could pry yourself away from your job and find some time management skills, what are you planning on watching next season?
fine. That's fine. Yeah, I deserve that. If anything else, I like if this for the next coming season, there's one thing for like I really want to like definitely check out is definitely Sakamoto Days, which I've heard nothing but good things about. Again, freaking Sugita as the main character as the retired assassin. So yeah, why not? Again, Sugita, I love his performances, so why not? Definitely put it as a priority to see Sakamoto Days. Of course, next week there's the second season of I really love my 100 Girlfriends season 2, which it's just I don't know. That's my junk food show. If anything else, like the first season was crazy. The manga is already crazy. I think they're currently right now up to 30 girlfriends as it is. So I don't know. It's just my guilty pleasure show. If anything else, so probably that is a show I definitely want to prioritize since I saw the first season. Of course, there's like other different shows. Like I know, like there's one, I don't know, a middle-aged man going into isekais. There's a lot of isekais, obviously, like a middle-aged man or like headhunter to becoming the big four, or I don't know, another one that's going to a online shopping or something of the sort. It's like there's a lot of isekais that I'll probably just watch like I don't these dang it, how do I best describe it? Just like the no expectation shows, but heck, who knows? You probably have some fun with it because it reminds me of like campfire in another world, campfire cooking in another world, which they will be getting a second season in I believe in the second half of the year. I think summer or so, give it one of those months. So yeah, I might as well just like check out these middle-aged isekai animes if anything else. But no, I'm not gonna try to make my list too big because yeah, with the show as it is. So currently prioritizing is Sakamoto Days and really really love my 100 Girlfriends season 2.
All right, Matt, what do you got lined up?
Just one, Sakamoto Days. I read the manga. I'm deeply interested in it. It's kind of like an action sci-fi. There's been like a huge increase in like mafia-esque or crime drama-esque like action manga lately. And this was on my list about like 3 years ago when it started being in print. So I'm gonna try to watch a couple of the episodes. I know it's coming on Netflix, so I can watch it. Easier for me to watch it. So I'm going to try to give that a try. That is literally it. I have no faith in anything else unless somebody in my radar tells me this is good. You have to watch it or threaten me. Like, you know, like, you need to watch this now or your knees are gone. Like, I guess I lost my knees. Oh, wait. Maybe, depending if I really care about my knees. But honestly, that's all I have. I just have Sakamoto Days because I read the manga.
All right, cool. I know for Solo Leveling, I'm looking forward to that from a musical standpoint because like the perfect storm for me kind of like occurred with it. So we have Lisa, who is my favorite female singer in Japan, doing the opening. We have TK from Link Toshite Shigure, who is my favorite male singer in Japan, doing the ending. And then we have my favorite composer, Hiroyuki Sawano, doing the OST. So it's like musically, like this can't get any more perfect. So yeah, if anything, I'm looking forward to that for the soundtrack. But yeah, I've obviously reading the webcomic and being pretty much close to being done with it. Yeah, can't wait for Solo Leveling Arise from the Shadows. Now it's really weird because when they announced season 2, wasn't it just Arise? Now there's like Arise from the Shadows. It's like the title's getting longer as the days go on.
Nah. I mean, heck, why not go with the trend with anime titles? That's how it is. But again, it's a manga, so I don't know. Influence.
Like Solo Leveling, Arise from the Shadows from another world where I became the Demon Lord, but then became a traveling salesman and came back to Earth and saved it from a Korean invasion.
What? I would kind of watch that, not gonna lie.
Money.
Yeah, so this next topic I think you put in here, Will, and I'm actually not a One Piece fan, so you can go ahead and talk about Franky from One Piece saying that he is retiring from the show and stepping down from his role permanently.
So yeah, this was pretty much was the major news point in the anime world. So yes, Kazuki Yai, the original voice actor for Franky of One Piece, the great mechanic robot, he is officially, well, they dub it as graduating from the role, but yeah, he is more or less retiring from the role because, be it health wise, because if you see the guy, he's old. He's like, I believe, touching 80 years now. 80 years now, if anything else.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he cannot. Even he did like a live of VA performance for his event. And unfortunately, he just can't give that emphasis of the exuberance that Franky had in prior years. It has been like 20 years since the show began. And if you know Franky, he's exuberant, he's crazy. And yeah, like again, he voiced many other characters like Tu Clay, which I personally love, Mr. Tu Clay. And like Super, and like yeah, his performance just absolutely knocks it out of the park. And unfortunately, yeah, age is getting up to him, and now it's time to basically pass down the baton, if anything else. And the one who will replace him is Subaru Kimura, which is ironically enough is the first foreigner voice actor who was raised by his Japanese mother to actually replace the role. But here's the thing: Kazuki Yai actually personally was involved in the picking of his successor of the voice actor. So it was not just like a board meeting ending. Yai had personally picked them, also had a hand in picking Subaru in regards. So yeah, he will be officially replacing as the official voice actor for Franky for the next coming years. So yeah, it's just kind of crazy, like how like you live for like more than 20 years and then you hear these voice actors. Yeah, unfortunately, they're getting old now. I mean, if you for like a Western comparison, The Simpsons has been going on for like more than 20 plus years. You know the voice actor for Ned Flanders? Yeah, 80 years now. He's also 80 years old now. And you remember back his exuberance, like "Hi, Danny Ho, neighbor," back in the early years. Yeah, he can't do that anymore. If you see his current episodes, yeah, these voice actors, unfortunately, they're getting old now, and they can't do what they are back in like when the first show aired. So
I would make a different argument for that because well, the thing is that like The Simpsons is an ongoing serial show that'll probably go on and when my bones turn into dust, jokingly. But in a serious note, One Piece should have ended like a decade ago. This man has been on this show for like 2 decades. That's insane. You know that, right?
It's like more than 2 decades since the One Piece show first aired. But again, that won't end until Oda finished up with his manga. So
yeah, exactly. So this man is going to grind people till he finishes a story that's never gonna be finished. That's what I feel like. And like that's One Piece for you. Like, this man is retiring. Like, how long have you been making this? And by the way, I give less excuse for animes because unless it's a forever anime such as Detective Conan, fine, I guess, right?
Okay.
But this is an anime that you told us a decade ago is going to have an ending. That ending any time now, buddy. It's been over 5 years. That ending.
And like, apparently we're in that last arc.
Oda said, can we please find the One Piece? I just had an idea for another island. Marshmallow Pumpkin Island. We're going there next. No, my hands can't take anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, and with the current arc right now in the manga with Elbaf and such at the Land of the Giants, like, yeah, we'll see how long it's gonna be. Like, I know even with the anime, given with the announcement, the anime is currently on break now to accommodate with the new voice actor. But yeah, like One Piece, we maybe five more, at least 10 more years. Then yeah, but I'm just hoping to see like we'll get a legit ending to One Piece before it. But that's kind of like the one question I have with my other friends is like, yeah, when One Piece ends, what's there left in Japan? Because again, One Piece is like the pillar of Japan. So yeah.
No, exactly.
I was gonna say My Hero Academia, but that ended, so that's
and I know they announced the vigilantes.
My hero is Jover, and it's like that's the thing. Like, I personally, in my opinion, is like I don't really mess with Oda as much because I know he's taking me for a ride that's a bad way. Because again, if he never said, again, I think 5-7 years ago, I have an ending for One Piece, I'd be like, whatever. But the fact he said that, it's like, yo, you're on a clock. Oh, so you actually have it thought out. Here I am, 2024. What? Where's the ending? Where's that ending?
It's coming next week, guys. It's coming next week.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, yeah. So I've accepted that he's going to, I hate to say it, he's almost near forever anime status, and he doesn't want to admit that because if he did that, half people will just leave. You know that's true. No one wants to watch forever anime on purpose.
Again, what's really going on here, though, right? He's basically blowing it all at the pachinko machine down the street. It's like every time he gets royalties from the anime, he goes and loses it at pachinko, and he's like, "Damn it, guys, I'm tapped out. We need another island. I know, Cinnamon Pumpkin Fart Island. Let's go there."
Pumpkin fart, like, oh, yeah. Then they'll have instead of gum fruit, pumpkin fruit, and then they go spices at them, and I got it. And like, are you serious? So I'm deadly serious.
Daddy needs more pachinko money.
Yeah, Daddy needs it. Yeah.
God, I hope confirmed.
Yeah, I just hope he hasn't met a Spanish luchador wrestler who calls himself God. That's all I have to hope for. If that happens, we're in trouble.
We're going to Luchador Island next. Oh my God, is there so much white snow everywhere?
Yeah,
then he'll actually understand Masala talking to Masala. I didn't sell out. This was the dream, Masala. Listen to me, Masala. But
hey, look, not Guildarts. There's a shrub over there. My name is not Gildarts, damn it. It's Shanks. No, it's Gildarts. I've seen you in another manga. But look at that shrub. It's rising from the snow. Is that Tony Khan?
Is that Tony Khan? Oh God! Oh God! But jokes aside, that's like how I feel about One Piece. It's not that it's bad. It's like it's hitting forever anime territory or forever manga territory, and he promised an ending that hasn't happened yet, or he's not even building towards an ending. So if he just openly said, like, I hate this, like tomorrow morning, like, hey, I'm actually making forever anime. This will go on as long as I write. I'm like, fine, that's it. Then I would accept that, like, that's it. But he will lose a lot of people because of that. And that's what he doesn't want to do, because he built that. I mean, at least enough people be like, yeah. Because it's like, I'm sorry, dude. This is, you're being started since what, 96, 99? It's been 10, that's 2000, 2010, like 20 plus years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been a long time. Way too long.
It's been way too long, yeah.
I haven't read a single chapter and I haven't watched a single episode, and I never will.
Good for you.
One reason,
Good for
one
you.
reason only. Pirates just not my thing.
Fair.
Yeah, good for you. You made a smart decision. Probably the best decision you could ever make in that situation.
Well, gentlemen, with that being said, that brings us to the end of this month's episode. As customary, it's time for recommendations. So, what do you want our little minions to partake in this month?
Oh God, I'll start with my good recommendation. So I haven't took a photo of it yet, and I haven't took a photo of it yet because one of my subscribers has gifted me, a good friend of the stream, has gifted me Rikiko, the excellent Femme Fatale Yakuza manga by Eldo Yoshibizu. I recently had a chance to peek through the first volume. It's 2 volumes in a box set. It's excellent. I recommend checking it out. You get a manga, you get some cool fine art print, and a cool bookcase. So I recommend that. That is highly what I recommend.
Nice. I guess for me, I was like shown this by Amazon. Like, oh shit, it's already out already? Damn. So if you haven't heard already, Volume 8. Let's see, is it 18? Hang on, isn't it? Yep, it is. Volume 18 of Monster Musume is currently out right now. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to get your newest fix on Monster Musume after so many years, Monster Musume is currently out in bookstores right now. So yeah, it's currently in this school arc, which again, interesting little arc piece if you have read it already prior on scans or whatever it may be. But yeah, Volume 18 officially stateside Monster Musume is currently out right now in bookstores. So that's my current recommendation. Wait, about damn time.
Yeah, and mine is going to be a new manga I started called Dragon and Chameleon. This is put out by Square Enix. This one's really cool, about a guy named Gardio who is a mangaka who has paid his dues for 5 long years. He finally achieved a hit series called Dragon Land, which basically nicknamed him the Dragon. And he has an undying love for manga. But he has a little problem with one of his assistants named Miyama, who is a gifted rookie who can copy the style of any mangaka that he wants, which nicknames him the Chameleon. But he kind of feels, that Gario is a little privileged and he looks down on people who's worked harder than him and all this stuff. Well, they get into an argument, they fall down the stairs, and all of a sudden when they wake up, they swap bodies. Yeah. Pretty interesting. So now the Chameleon is inside the dragon's body and takes over his series, and now the dragon has to start over from scratch to try and beat himself, who's not himself, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like a sci-fi version of Bakuman with a little more intense rivalry.
Okay.
It's actually really good. I thought it was going to be kind of corny, but it's actually very well done. So that is my recommendation. That being said, Mental Gin, final thoughts. Get us out of here.
Jeez. At the end of 2024, we're going to 2025, the last A1 podcast of the year. Dang. Well, yeah. One, if you're not in the northeast corner or North America right now, yeah, it's currently freaking freezing right now. So please stay warm. And as you approach the holidays, again, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Crazy Kwanzaa, a Tip Tot Tet, and Most Holy Simon Ramadan, or whatever holidays you celebrate for this year. And of course, naturally, we'll see you in the new year in 2025. Yeah, a quarter of a century. Holy crap, we're getting old now.
Yeah. My final thought is, as always, please, 2025, Ninja Sanji, stop sucking. I don't even like you as a company. I just don't want to hear about you anymore. I don't want to wake up and my feed is filled with, oh yeah, by the way, they decapitate they allegedly did some war crimes 10 seconds ago. I'm like, oh my god, come on, can I please?
Yeah, the less we hear about Niji Sanji, the better, man. Yeah, like
So that's
yeah.
it. But my final thought of the year is please please buy manga and support them through any artist you can. Every purchase you do actually helps the book continue being print, helps the industry, even digitally. As long as you actually give money to the publishers, it actually helps them out to create probably here. Plus, even independent publishers support them as well because it shows that there is a taste for a market for this, and they might and they make blah 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 change the market. Like a couple of years ago, like you guys know, I'm an old school manga reader, and now there's tons of old school books around there because people like myself, others are buying them, and now I can finally get it. I mean, with the success of reprinting JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 7's coming out next year. I'm super excited about that. Part 6 is not finished yet, but the idea that buying old school manga and old school like certain artists has actually helped push the old man agenda. That I can read Hotsui no Ken right now and not have and finally get it in print. I can read majority of Rumio Takahashi's works in print today. So support the books you like and the artists you like, and the market will respond kindly, depending, of course, how many sales they get. But yeah, support your manga. Support the manga you like by purchasing it.
Yep.
And don't forget to support your local friendly light novel author too, because I need money.
Look, I told you, just be the Booker man. The Booker man.
Jesus. Yeah, that's basically my final thought. Just shilling my books again because, yeah, I need money. There you go.
I mean, currently on a New Year's sale, if I recall correctly, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a sale going on right now, believe it or not. It's my repeat of my Black Friday sale because it's going so well. So if you want, you can pick up From Ash Volume 1. You can pick up My Girlfriend Was Delivered by 2 Day Shipping or AR Dragonfly Volume 1 for free, and all other books in those series for just $1 until December 31st. So you have until the end of the year to capture that great deal. Go to meteorapress.com to get your savings today. There you go. And with that,
wow,
let's get the hell out of here.
Happy holidays, I guess.
Yes, as we close out 2024, yeah, we'll finish up the year, another A1 year down the books. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we'll see you in hell. We'll see you in 2025.
Yep, end of year, end of podcast from Matt and Will. I'm JJ saying Godspeed to all you out there in Radio Land, and Godspeed to all you out there in 2024 because you won't exist in a few more days. Peace.
Bye.